So remember on the last example, it was at 30K. Where are we at now? Ooh, 200. Face ripper, 213,000. Do you see the power of investing? What's up, YouTube? I'm back again with another video. Very excited to drop this video. I hope my relatives, my little cousins, new viewers, my reoccurring viewers, my subscribers are tuning in. This is going to be a start of a video series titled How Investing Actually Works. And my target audience is going to be the young men, the young women, the teenagers, the young adults, or any adult who does have no idea what investing is. They've always heard it, been a little intimidated by it, not knowing what is it. But I'm doing this video in urgency because I see the wealth gap getting bigger. And if you don't know about investing, for you, unfortunately, in your life, it's going to be harder to catch up with inflation going on, and I can go on and on, but I don't want to scare you off with these words that you don't know. So this is a video about how investing actually works. So I'm going to make me small, and I'm going to start off showing you how easy it is and how it needs to become a part of your everyday routine and your thinking, but also every part of your paycheck routine. So what is investing? Investing, simply put, is using your money to buy ownership. That's it. When you invest, you buy a piece of a company. You buy a piece of the business. So instead of only working for money, like we've always done, trading our time for money, you begin owning things that can grow in value. As you can see on the screen, I have Apple on the screen. Don't get discouraged if you don't know what a chart looks like. It's okay. I was there too. So if you would have bought stock in Apple last year, April 25th on tariff day, it was at $179, but you fast forward to today, it's at $300. So basically, if you bought then, your ownership in the company grew because the share price rose in value. This is why wealthy people focus on assets. And you're going to hear that throughout this series, assets and liability. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. Quick example. Most of us, we don't know about assets. So in our day-to-day living, our spending goes to what we actually need. And if we do have any left over, we save some, which I'll be talking about later. And we also spend it to zero, meaning we buy clothes, we buy Jordans, we buy anything that doesn't put money back in our pocket. That, my friend, is what considered a liability. And we want to stay away from it as much as possible, or let our assets pay for our liabilities. That's right there is the next level. And again, assets are important because they grow, they can compound, and they can produce income for us, basically put money back in our pocket. Saving is good, but alone is not enough. Some people, because investing is scary to them, they'll just say, I'll just save money. But here's the thing, it's this term called inflation. You might have not heard that, or if you heard it, you might not know what it means. But inflation basically is something that you have to pay for, that rises in value. So now we're not talking about an asset rising in value. We're talking about something that we pay for rises in value. Groceries, clothes, things of that nature. And just another short example, if you see a shirt in Walmart for $15 and you have $20, you've been saving that $20 to buy this shirt for a year. A year has passed, you've been waiting for this shirt to go on sale, maybe down to $10. Where you go on Walmart today, that same shirt is now worth $21. That, my friend, is inflation. From $15 to $21. It has went up. That has went up in value. Now, saving that $20 really didn't do too much for you. You kept the $20, which is good, but it didn't grow in value. Now, going back to the asset part, if you put that $20 in an asset and your asset rises to $10, so now the asset at 20 is now worth $30, you have outpaced that shirt rising in price in that $6 gain. From 15 to 21, your asset went from 20 to 30. That, my friend, is why we want to be in assets. Think of inflation as water or an ocean. The asset that we put our money in is the boat. As long as our asset in that boat outpaces inflation, that it floats on that water, we are good to go. And that's why assets are so important. Now that I put you on game about assets, liability, inflation, I want to ask you one question. What do you think builds wealth faster now? Do you think it's just saving? Do you think it's working overtime? How you doing now? Get your grind on. I understand. I work overtime from time to time too. And when I see my check bigger, I love it. Or do you think owning appreciating assets will build you wealth quicker? Or are you trying to wait for the perfect time for the market to crash, then put your money in? Let me know your answer in the comments below. All right, so here's where I'm excited about. What is the stock market? The stock market actually is a giant, big marketplace. It's a big store where ownership in companies is bought and sold. And you can buy any company that you want to. You can sell any company that you want to. That's it. People hear stock market from the movies and from the news. You might think it's gambling. You might think it's risky. You might think it's scary. I've been there. That's most of my teenage, young adult life. That's what I thought the stock market was. I remember in 2008 in the crash, I didn't know about stocks. I was hearing people on the news that was basically unaliving themselves because their money went down. So it basically deterred me from learning about what the stock market was. But in reality, we interact with these companies every day. Again, on the screen is Apple. You upgrade your Apple phone every 2 to 3 years. Apple is in the stock market. So once we make it plain to us that it's not something big and scary and we understand it, we can begin to participate in the market. If you're watching this video and you're thinking about, hey, I'm gonna start investing, I'm going to participate down in the comment section. Again, we participate with the market every day. Your Apple iPhone, your Amazon packages, your NVIDIA chips, your Microsoft Outlook, your Word, your PowerPoint, your presentations. We participate with the market whether we realize it or not. Investing only allows us to own pieces of the companies that are really shaping the world. The Facebooks, the Apple, the NVIDIAs, the Microsoft. Okay, now this is where beginners should really pay attention, because what I'm about to say is the easiest way on how to start investing. ETFs, exchange traded fund. Do not let that name scare you. An ETF is basically a basket of stocks. I've been talking about Apple, NVIDIA, Amazon as single individual companies, where ETF puts all of those companies inside of one fund that you can buy so you can have exposure to all of them. So you don't have to scratch your head and think, should I invest in Apple? Should I invest in Walmart? Should I invest in Amazon? What if I want to invest in all of them? I don't have enough money. Well, my friend, an ETF puts all those stocks for you in one fund and you can have access to all of them. The first ETF I'm going to show you is called SPY. This right here is the SPY. The SPY is the S&P 500, which holds the 500 top companies in America. Companies like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Meta, Costco, Visa, Tesla. I can go on and on. All those companies are withheld in this exchange traded fund called the SPY. So as you can see, it has been going up for years and years and years and years. This is the power of investing. You see how even on the dips don't stay there long. It goes right back up. You are simply buying all of those companies blended into one fund, so you have access to all those companies. Now, the QQQ is a exchange traded fund that focuses primarily on technology, innovation, the high-tech growth companies. So you hear these names, NVIDIA, you see these on your computer. You see the Teslas riding down the road. Of course, Apple is in there, Microsoft, all these. And historically, this exchange traded fund QQQ has grown faster than the S&P or the SPY, the S&P 500. And again, this right here is a short breakdown of the companies we're held within inside QQQ. You see all these companies. It's 100 companies. Companies that you see every day, some companies that you never heard of. But when you invest in this fund, you have access to all of these companies. Now I'm going to show you the S&P 500. Again, access to all these companies. Within this fund, you have health companies, product selling companies, construction companies. This S&P is more of a blended. It's more smoothed out. It includes all the companies. QQQ is just strictly focused on tech companies. All right, you guys, and this is the part where I'm really excited, where you're going to see the proof of compounding. Right here I have is what you call portfolio visualizer. This shows we can simulate how much money we put into the market and into what company, so you can see how investing can really change your life. Now, my first child was born 2016, so we'll just take that year. You see, I got start year 2016, the end year this year. The initial amount, hey, I can only start with what I have that I can afford to invest. That's $100. I'm going to contribute a fixed amount, which is again going to be another $100. Let's just start this out. Inflation adjusted, yes, so it is going to include everything going up. It's going to include everything going up. Contribution frequency, we're going to contribute $100 annually. And the rebalancing, no rebalancing. That means, do we want to change what we're holding a percentage? Reinvest dividends, yes. Display income, yes. And other stuff does not matter. Now I have the SPY that we just went over, you guys, and the QQQ. We're going to do the $100 is going to be split up into percentage. So $50, so half of $100 is 50 in SPY. We're going to put 50% in QQQ. And we're going to do this again for, let's just say, the 10 years from 2016 to 2026. Now, let's see where this gets us when we hit analyze portfolios. All right, so down here by April 2026, we would be at 30,000. I have our portfolio called the come up because this year we are coming up. So our portfolio is the blue line called the come up, $30,762. Now let's just do, let me get my phone right quick. Let's just do no, that's 10 years. For 10 years, we would do that. So 100 times 12, that's 1,200 for 10 years. We only would have made 12,000 if we would have saved that. So again, I'm doing 100. That's the amount we're putting in every month times 12, which is 1,200 for the year. Times 10 years, we've only would have saved $12,000. But investing $100 a month in 10 years, we would have been at $30,000. So you see the huge difference between saving and investing. My friends, I hope this video opens up your eyes and wakes you up to the power of investing. In the next video, we're going to be going over how to open a brokerage account, how to get started with all of that. But I hope this video opens your eyes to the power of investing. But I'm not just going to end the video just yet. Let's just see if we contribute more and add maybe 2 more other stocks to see how far and how much money we would have been at in 2026. So let's go back. Let's go to edit portfolio. Now on earn your leisure, I'm going to be doing a video on who the people that I watch, that you can watch to up your educational level in investing. He always advocates for 2 tech, meaning 2 tech stocks and 2 index or 2 ETFs. We got SPY and QQQ for the ETFs. Now we're going to choose 2 tech stocks to include. What my 2 favorites are Nvidia and Tesla. So we're going to do 25% because now we have to split this up. And instead of 100, you guys, we're starting off with 100 because that's all we can afford. Maybe we start off with 100. If you can only start off with 50, that's fine. Totally fine. Our contribution amount is going to be 200 a month. I think we can squeeze 200 a month now that we see the power of investing. Analyze. So remember on the last example, it was at 30K. Where are we at now? Ooh, 200. Face ripper, 213,000. Do you see the power of investing? I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you all excited to go on this journey with me of learning how to invest. Watch this video over and over, man. Share it with your friends who don't know nothing about investing, who've always been scared of it. Show them this video and show them how I went from beginner all the way to showing you the power of investing. Hope I see you on the next video. Again, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Buy, share, save souls, and I'm out.